A submersible is an underwater craft which needs to be transported and supported by a surface vessel or platform. This distinguishes submersibles from submarines, which are self-supporting and capable of independent operation. Retired modern submersible Star 3 of Scripps Institution of Oceanography. There are many types of submersibles, including both human-occupied vehicles (HOVs) and uncrewed craft, variously known as remotely operated vehicles (ROVs) or unmanned underwater vehicles (UUVs). Submersibles have many uses including oceanography, underwater archaeology, ocean exploration, adventure, equipment maintenance and recovery, and underwater videography.
Different basic technologies used in the design of submersibles. Single-atmosphere submersibles have a pressure hull with internal pressure maintained at surface atmospheric pressure. This requires the hull to be capable of withstanding the ambient hydrostatic pressure from the water outside that can be many times greater than the internal pressure. Another technology called ambient pressure submersibles maintains the same pressure both inside and outside the vessel. The interior is air-filled, at a pressure to balance the external pressure, so the hull does not have to withstand a pressure difference. A third technology is the wet sub, which refers to a vehicle that may or may not be enclosed, but in either case, water floods the interior so underwater breathing equipment is used by the crew. This may be scuba carried by the divers, or scuba carried by the vessel. Buoyancy control. During underwater operation, a submersible will generally be neutrally buoyant, but may use positive or negative buoyancy to facilitate vertical motion. Negative buoyancy may also be useful at times to settle the vessel on the bottom, and positive buoyancy is necessary to float the vessel at the surface. Fine buoyancy adjustments may be made using one or more variable buoyancy pressure vessels as trim tanks, and gross changes of buoyancy at or near the surface may use ambient pressure ballast tanks, which are fully flooded during underwater operations. Some submersibles use high-density external ballast which may be released at depth in an emergency to make the vessel sufficiently buoyant to float back to the surface even if all power is lost, or to travel faster vertically.